Question number 3. Bhavesh Upadhyay, change the lens. Change the lens, Bhavesh Upadhyay.
What do you think is in the glass? Vodka? Water? Or something else entirely? To you, this might just be a normal liquid. But the way I see it, it is magical. Because it holds the power to transform your life. Mr. Contest Master, fellow Toastmasters, and all those who are still puzzled whether I've really poured alcohol in the shot glass. Perspective is everything in life. Dan Brown once said, sometimes a change of perspective is all it takes to see the light. I never thought I would agree with Dan up until many years later. I was an aspiring photographer. There I was with my brand new camera at the crowded market of Chandni Chowk on a busy summer afternoon. It was a remarkably tough day. Heavy bags on my shoulders, crowd shoving me, sun on the back of my head as I was drenched in sweat. Pollution had covered everything with a layer of dust, making everything seem grey and sad. Have you ever experienced a feeling of guilt that surfaces when the entire world tries to make you believe that you have lost and that it's all your fault? I was placed at the same spot. I wasn't happy with my photos as all I could see was chaos and rundown buildings covered with grime. Finally, I decided to give it one last shot. Replaced the portrait lens with a zoom lens, put my eye on the camera and looked around. In an instant, my perspective changed. In the midst of the greyness, the same sun I was cursing shone at a perfect angle and made me see beautiful colors. My vision cut through the layer of dust on the buildings to see intricate patterns and architectural marvels. I scanned the crowd, and instead of seeing chaos, I finally saw people. The crowd I was just cursing suddenly becomes human. That incident had a deep impact on me. From that point on, I started looking at the world differently. My perspective changed. That was the first time I truly felt that your perspective towards the moments in your life holds a singular key to the kind of life you desire. Let me give you another instance. A few days before our class 12th board exams, we thought we had studied enough and decided to indulge in a game of football. Unfortunately, my friend Jaswinder fell and broke his leg. When the ambulance arrived, and obviously nothing arrives on time in this country, except for pizza, his situation had turned sour. When he was lifted onto the stretcher, his bone got dislocated and he let out heart-wrenching cries. "Ah! Ah! Kill me! I don't want to live anymore," he begged. His father was angry and stopped talking to him altogether when the exam results came. I went to him and said, "Jassi, I'm worried you'll not get admission into a good college." "Oh, Bhavesh, don't worry, bro. In fact, I'm happy that I've got more time to discover what I want to do in life. And that's not a total loss. My girlfriend has come back to me out of sympathy." That was Jaswinder. Though Jaswinder was obviously stressed, instead of mopping around, he utilized his time to invent a solution to prevent bone dislocation. When that solution is sprayed on the fractured body part, it solidifies into a temporary plaster so that the patient can be taken to the hospital without putting further pressure on the broken bone. He got the idea patented and received appraisals from research institutes all over the world. His father hugged him and presented him with a new football and said, "Jaswinder, I'm glad that you broke that bone." This, my friends, is the power of changing the lens through which we view the crumbling world around us. People say that the world is not worth living in. There is so much of misery. There may be misery, but there is also an equal amount of joy. It depends on how closely you look. The misery is because people believe they are miserable. If we focus on good and keep our chin up, like Jaswinder did, even if we fall many times, we will get up each time. Color your glasses bright, and the beauty of life will blind you. Zoom into life, look at the minute details, see the hidden reason behind things, and your perspective will be changed. Ladies and gentlemen, this glass represents life, and the liquid inside it represents the opportunities and resources you get. Now it's up to you to look at it through a normal lens and treat it as water and keep on leading an average life, or to change your perspective and treat this as a magical liquid that will transform your life as you want it. I have changed my lens, and now it's time for you to change yours. Now it's time for you all to take a sip. Now it's time for you to change your life. Cheers.